My name is Mike Spitz, aka Mr. Throwback. You're here in my shop, 428 East 9th Street. Basic little story, grew up in Long Island, Belmore, New York. Just loved sports, always, had tons of posters on my walls and jerseys hanging up. And that's what I wanted to incorporate in my shop. When you walk in, it's like straight up 90s childhood bedroom. Again, I have posters, I have jerseys in my shop. Everything is like perfectly put for a 90s kid. Obviously old school cell phones, boom. This was in Throwback, ASAP Nas video with Method Man, kind of cool. We do a lot of things. We style rappers, we work with new artists, sports figures, and now we're also making Mr. Throwback apparel, which is kind of cool. So it's kind of crazy how vintage is just now coming back. Now like Marty McFly Air Mags are like the biggest thing right now.
Our laces, all right.
Streetwear to me is anything unique. Me personally, I love sports, but now I'm making my own streetwear brand. This is my collab with Originals. I would consider it like a cross colors throwback, but tailored to the man's fit now. I'm wearing joggers on my bottoms here, and now they're, tight fitting. Men want to show their J's, so they don't want stuff over the sneaker. But I think streetwear as a whole, men's fashion is on the biggest rise. When I grew up, I watched Michael Jordan. So whatever sneaker he wore, I wanted to wear. And I played, basketball, and I was in a basketball league, even though I was not too good and I have flat feet and I can't run or jump. But when you put on a Michael Jordan sneaker back in the 90s, you went outside, you played in your front yard, you shot hoops with your dad, you felt like Michael Jordan. It was a different feeling. I went to Foot Action, I bought the Space Jams, they sat me down, and the person who worked there basically took off my shoe, put on the Space Jam, tied it up nicely, pressed on my toe. Do you think they do that today? Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? I actually do that in my store because that's what the feeling was back then. Now it's just, how can I buy it and how can I sell it? Like, when I grew up, there was no one else than Jordan. There was no other sneakers, so that's all we bought, and that's all we cared about. That's why Jordan is so massive today, because the sneakers are still like, this is from 85 to 99. I've collected throughout the years. That's crazy that if these were in better condition, they can go for $1,000 plus. And now with LeBron, Kobe, Durant, these three guys are making their own sneakers, so there's a wider variety of sneaker culture and streetwear. So I think as a whole, streetwear has broadened everything, and I think everybody today just wants to look totally different from someone else. And I think streetwear, you can't really define it. I was actually gonna define it and go into like Wikipedia, but I think it's just whatever you want to make it and feel comfortable wearing when you wake up. I'm a 30-year-old man, and me waking up to my girl is like, she's like, what are you wearing today? But this is me, this is who I am. This is what I think streetwear is in my shop. So I'm not gonna say what, you are, but this is who I am, and this is what I want my customers to wear. The Jordans. And this is a 1985 sneaker, like, this held up. And even though the heel drag is crazy, you can actually still wear this sneaker, which is kind of cool, from 1985. But I think sneakers, with each guy, I believe it's a brand. It's all branding. Today, It's branding yourself. How can you be different from the next person?